Hey, bitches of Bacolod. What's up?
How are you guys? So this
is Friday.
I'm Rome.
Chico here. I'm just,
It's just there, right? Providing
the other guy.
Yeah, providing words of wisdom for our topic for today, which is what is it again?
It's about the toxic people in our lives, and this show is called The Toxic Talk.
Yes, toxic talk, because we definitely encounter these kinds of people throughout our adventures in life. Like they could be found in where workplaces.
In the workplaces, in your neighborhood, even in your own home. They're just everywhere. At school, in the classrooms, in the supermarket. They're everywhere.
Is that Boko?
Oh yeah, we're eating boko. Boko?
Boko for 30 pesos.
Okay, so Friday, I'm pretty sure that you've encountered several toxic people, right, in your life. So can you give us like one specific example of that incident, where like you said to yourself, "Gosh, not going to repeat this."
Yes.
Yeah.
That was when I was working somewhere, and there's
Can you
this.
name the company?
It's called the Association of
Toxic people.
of Toxic People. So it's like a factory of toxic people. Actually, no. All of these people were my friends, so they were very good. They're down to earth. Just code names. They're down to earth people. They're really good. So there's this one person who applied, and she was really cool. I used to idolize her because she was a manager at a call center, and she was kind. She's very soft spoken. Her voice is actually very pleasing to the ears. I kept repeating her call recording that she submitted to me. Like how many times? That was I think that was 5 times I repeated it because I liked her voice and she spoke very well.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a local.
Yeah, she's like a foreigner.
Yes.
She's like an American.
Correct.
She's really good, or Canadian.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, you have to take note that these people have what it takes
Yeah.
to get what they want. And you mentioned a while ago, like before we recorded this podcast, like you used to admire what she did, right? She introduced you to like, what was that? Like organic
vegetables. She likes dogs. She takes care of the dogs. She bathes them and cooks for them. And then she has a kid. I think she has 3 kids actually, but one is homeschooled. And she likes hipster stuff. Like she does yoga and chanting and whatever. I was just mesmerized, and I idolized everything she did. She was like I said to myself, I want to be like her.
And she's almost like Steve Jobs, right? But we all remember like Elizabeth Holmes, right?
Yes.
Who was like Steve Jobs. And what did she do again?
She was very charismatic.
Correct.
Yes. And so I really liked her. I wanted her to be one of my friends. So, and then as months went by, she first thing she did is that she threatened one of her coworkers. So she was under me, and there was one coworker that is also doing well, but she threatened her that I think I don't remember how she threatened her, but she said that if you don't follow what I say, like I'm gonna do this to you. And then so I'm gonna give her a code name, okay?
Okay.
What's her code name?
What was that? Chico? Do you have
Which
a
one?
Yeah.
I don't want to give her the name of a snake because
Because snakes are better, right?
She's below
Yeah,
snakes.
snakes are good for the environment, but
Yes.
these people, they're like below the snake level.
I think she's gonna be a
Cockroach?
tapeworm.
Or a tapeworm, yeah. I like
It still resembles a snake. so.
Yeah. But tapeworms are more disgusting because
yes.
they don't have any benefit to the environment, right?
Yes, she's parasitic
There you go.
and she destroys her hosts. So she just clings to your intestines and then
God, she's disgusting.
yeah. So she threatened this coworker, and then
Who was it? coworker. Can you give me an idea?
Happy. Her name's Happy. The
Happy
coworkers.
Happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Happy.
Yeah, I remember.
They're always happy.
They ganged up on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She and her cohorts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was already bullying, supposedly,
Yeah,
right? But
she-
that's like a red flag already.
Yeah, the Happy didn't tell me about it because she was afraid. And then because I had this rule, I set this rule to everyone that you should do this and that, but she wanted to rebel and told the others to do her method instead. And her method was fraudulent. Our boss didn't know about it. It was like, to increase all the signed documents, you should do this, but that was fraudulent. So she threatened Happy that if she won't follow what she says, then there's gonna be some punishment or some sort. So that was it. Happy didn't tell me about it. And then as time went on, her next target was yung ka-level niya na, let's call him
Sad. Because that was happy.
that tall guy.
Oh, that tall guy. Okay.
My friend.
Our friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know the tall guy. Right?
Okay, so that tall guy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. He's also like a team leader. So they're both team leaders under me. So he was the next target because they're the same level, and she wanted to destroy him because I gave the position to the tall guy, and she wanted that position.
You were still.
No,
No, I was already
he wasn't
there
working
anymore.
there
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, she wanted to get, after a few months, she then wanted to get my position. So she clung to the boss, and the boss didn't really take many phone calls with us before. When we chatted, we just used to email. But she called him directly. She called him like maybe 3 times a week. And she tells bad things about me. And that's how she started destroying me now. And then after that, the boss
Was
believed.
eventually destroyed as well.
Yeah, the boss believed her, and so they fired me and everyone that is friends with me.
Yeah, me too.
But they retained the people that was friends with her, which was only like 4 people. So 3 from her party, and then the other one, which is also like a little bit like a snake.
Oh, yeah. Cockroach, probably, right?
Yeah, cockroach.
She's
So-
a fake one.
So there were a lot of people fired because of her
Of her plan, right?
narcissistic,
Yeah.
narcissistic plans.
And I also noticed your boss doesn't have or doesn't still have a backbone, right?
Yes, it didn't have the balls to
It's a loser, right?
Yes. And then, so what happened then? So there were only like 7 people there, na, diba?
Yeah.
So after that, she wasn't working then.
Mm.
She just gets the payment from the boss, but she wasn't doing anything. She wasn't coaching anyone. She wasn't taking calls. She wasn't doing any documents, any paperwork at all. But they still paid her because there's this app like Time Doctor that where when you log in, you get paid. So that's just what she did. She'd log in but didn't do anything. So my boss wasn't checking that.
Mm.
So that's it. So she destroyed the boss again, and then the company. Eventually, the company wasn't running as like a law firm anymore. It's not like that anymore. They're different now, under a different. I'm not.
Hashtag
Stuff.
thingy. So, yeah.
Yeah, so they're selling
Spam.
hashtags now, and
Spamming emails and.
yeah, and
They
then
became a
they send
spam company,
emails,
right? So
yeah.
basically, where's the what you call the respectability? It's gone with her, right?
Yeah.
She destroyed the credibility of that company.
They don't have a law firm office anymore in Boston, so they don't do that anymore. Just because of that one person that was too good to be true, and that you allow that person to destroy you just because of the shiny things she shows.
So I think, ladies and gentlemen, the observation that I get here is this: when a person seems to be too good to be true, you have to think twice about that. Because if the person is too good to be true, then it's definitely that's
Not
it, right?
true.
Not true,
Yes,
right?
just like Amber Heard to Johnny Depp.
Correct, right?
Yeah. So, who's the next person in the list? I think she's the first that we talked
Yeah, the
about
first-
because she was the worst. Like we already compared all the bad people in
Yeah.
our lives. The three of us already compared these people, but she's the worst because she's the master manipulator.
And also, she didn't just ruin you; she also ruined a lot of people there because that's
Yes.
their bread and butter, right?
Yes,
And-
there were single moms there,
Correct.
dads. It was just so it was the worst stage in our lives.
Yeah, and also to add, just to add to that, remember my friend, the one we hired, SpongeBob.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was my friend, you know. And then, guess which side?
Yeah.
So,
SpongeBob took her side
Yeah.
because I think he also saw her as a cool mom.
yeah, right.
Yeah, she was very good. She's a good.
She's so smooth in what she did, right?
Yes, yes.
But always, your psychopaths are like that, right?
She could charm everyone.
Correct. They're known to be charismatic,
Yes.
liars, right? Liars.
She had
they're
many
liars.
faces.
They don't have what you call that principle, right? Like
Yes.
a moral compass, because they only want to get ahead,
Yes.
regardless of whether they destroy lives, things like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, you know,
Oh,
these
sorry,
are the type
sorry.
of people
Oh,
that
sorry.
you need to avoid, you know, like interacting with. So if you meet somebody like in a party, and if that person is too good to be true, then it should be a red flag already.
Yes.
Because that's what happened to you, right?
Yes. And
You thought that she's really this wonderful person.
and all our politicians are like that.
Yeah, we always elect psychopaths. We
Yes.
always put psychopaths on, you know, in the position because I don't know if it's what you said a while ago. Like it's probably because of our history.
Yes, our abusive history from the Japanese and Spaniards.
Spain, yeah,
Yes.
Spain, and that we tend to gravitate towards the bad boys, right?
Yes.
So here, even if your intentions are true and honest, it's not going to fly here in this country.
Yeah.
So that's
It's like when you were a child. When you were abused as a child, you tend to partner with abusive people as well.
correct. That's right. It's what you call Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right. So maybe that's why I liked her. maybe it really roots down to my childhood.
Yes.
Do you think?
But at least now you know, right?
Mhm.
That when things like that happen in the future, it's like,
Mhm. That's right.
it's something that I should never.
Is this the new man?
Oh yeah. That I should avoid or something like that.
Chico.
Chico.
Yeah, you were telling about SpongeBob.
Yeah, tell us about SpongeBob.
Hello. Remember you just mistakenly sent the money.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right.
That was Dee Dee's money.
Who's Dee Dee? Mm.
A DP.
Dee Dee would be
Oh.
the sister of.
No, no.
Dexter.
Let's call him. Let's call him.
call him.
That guy.
Mhm.
The criminal.
I kept behind. Joke.
Akit Bahay. Well, in Filipino we call Akit Bahay as what? Rubbers?
Yeah, robbers to get into houses and steal your things.
Correct.
So
But he's so.
He's reformed
yeah,
now.
He's reformed now.
Yes.
He's a good guy now.
Ah,
So, yeah.
okay.
Well, anyway, yeah, you're supposed to send him his salary, but you know,
I sent it to SpongeBob. I mistakenly sent it to SpongeBob. That was like how much?
I forgot.
7,000? 6 to
No,
7,000?
I think it was just 1K plus.
Oh,
something.
only okay. So maybe like 2 days work,
Yeah,
or
I think so.
yeah.
And then I tried to send him a follow-up messenger.
Yeah, so I asked him to transfer the money back because it wasn't for him.
For him,
Yeah, but
and
he
just ghosted
didn't.
me.
He just
Yeah.
ghosted
To
you.
Ghosted,
the point
yeah.
that I became a nuisance. I posted something on his wall,
Mhm.
and then he
Really?
deleted it.
Oh my god.
Awkward.
Okay, that was just 1,000 pesos. You're gonna ruin your name for that?
Yeah, right. And friendship, right?
And
Set
friendship.
record. I did not do follow-up anymore because
Ruin your
online.
friendship?
I might cause some online. What do you call that?
Cyberbullying.
Yeah,
Or cybercrime.
cyberbullying. Yeah, so I stopped.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
So basically that's very dishonest of him.
Some people just doesn't have the dignity.
And also, which explains why he sided with her, right?
Yes,
The
because
first
they're the
place,
same.
they're the same
They have the
fe-
same feathers.
Correct.
Yeah.
So okay, so that was the tapeworm, right?
The tapeworm.
Right.
So
and
beware of the tapeworm people
beware
in
of
your
the
lives.
tapeworm. And SpongeBob,
SpongeBob is like just a
Sponge.
sporting character of the
Right.
villain.
Yeah.
right? And you just like a sponge, right? Just squeeze
Yeah,
that.
it's just like a pawn,
Yeah.
not the main character.
Tapeworm are
What's
disgusting anyway.
Patrick? Starfish?
Starfish?
You see a starfish?
My God, really? You're
Just delete it.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine. We can talk about.
Yeah,
this.
we can talk about the toxic people. Okay, so now we're done with the tapeworm. We move to another one.
Mm.
Who's next?
What's next? Your list?
The Boracay or
My list.
your list?
Yeah, your list.
Okay.
Who guys? You
Because
got
next week's
we
going to
got
be
a
my
lot.
list.
You got a lot on the list.
Yes. So it's Friday's list for now.
I'll just say like later because I
Yeah.
forgot.
So grab your popcorns and some beers.
Let's talk about
Hmm.
let's talk about the tax collector.
Well, yes, that I had a terrible experience with working for this couple, and the wife is the tax collector.
Yes.
And then we call her. I don't know how because the other one is a tapeworm. What's that?
Oh my god, this is the one that you're supposed to just write something and then you went from a writer to a messenger?
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. So the story is this. So I work for this couple, and basically I was hired because I was editing. The guy translates a foreign language, okay, into English. Little by little, the job description started to change. And then before I knew it, from that, like working the computer, I became a collector.
What was the pay good?
No, basically what happens is that it's so small, and well, I ride a
It's
bike.
below minimum.
Yeah, it's below minimum. I ride a bike, remember, and although I can save money because I ride a bike, but if it's a rainy day, like if my assignment falls on a rainy day, I have
Yeah.
no choice. I have to ride a bus, right? Because
Yeah.
you have to go like to a different city.
Yeah.
Like by that time, they were gone.
You
already.
really needed it.
Yeah, and I also needed it because it was in the middle of the pandemic, right? People were suffering, people were having financial challenges, and a job is a job, right?
Yeah.
So you have to do it. So what happened is that,
You should have had hazard pay as well because
it's dangerous. And when my aunt,
Yeah, and also some people could they tend to be violent when you collect money from them.
correct. So what happened?
And you were collecting money for loans, right?
correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you had that agreement. So, and you were just a collector. You weren't the owner of
Yeah,
the.
correct. So
yeah.
that's it. In the middle of the pandemic, and she said, because of course I told her that sometimes I get short. I'm
Because of the fare.
Of the fare and things like that. The food also.
Yeah.
That I could, in times of emergency, I can just, lend or borrow money from it, things
Yeah.
like that.
Uh-huh.
And then what happened was that my cat,
But yeah.
my cat got sick, and then I had to send the cat to the hospital. So I had to spend money for the vet work. So I borrowed money from there. But what happened was that after the next month, and she said she started auditing, things like that. She started to blame, yeah, blame, put
She
a blame.
accused you.
Yeah, because the business was not doing well, so she accused me of getting something from it. So I reasoned to her that, well, you told me that in times of emergency I could just take something out of it, right?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I said, but no. And then she sort of denied it, like that. And then the night, during the evening, I got a message from their husband telling me that I was let go already.
You're fired already.
Yeah.
And not only that, when you guys talked on the phone, she called you names. And
Yeah,
she
they called
also
me
cursed
names
you.
like irresponsible, things like that, like not paying attention, and they thought that they have the they have the right to verbally abuse me because I'm the employee. But on the other hand, I'm doing them a favor. Basically, I was running their business. I was actually doing something to the husband's business of being a translator and things like that. I was.
You were doing everything. For
Yeah, I
him.
was doing everything.
You
I
could just
also
say-
like the.
you could interrupt.
What you call that? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just continue. I'm just gonna say.
Oh yeah.
How much did you take?
It's actually 5,000. Yeah,
Right.
5,000, which is I'm going to pay that the next week because my aunt is going to send me money. Anyway.
You told them that. Did you
Yeah.
tell them that? Yeah.
But it's too late because the decision is already made. And you know, when I got the money already, I told her, oh, okay, I'm going to pay you. And they said, no, it's okay. I can just keep it. It's okay. Because probably they feel guilty that,
They did that to you.
and the damage has been done already.
And also aside from that, you also became their errand boy, right? You sat their kid.
Yeah, babysitting the kids.
Yeah.
And doing groceries and sometimes sending paperworks from the other town to the next where
But there was
they're
no
located.
pay raise or anything.
No, there's no pay raise.
The
So
nerve.
I became an outside, you know, like the movie that we watched yesterday with Nora.
By Nora Honor.
What it means? What it meant was.
But I really
outside.
became that because of the verbal abuse that I suffered during that last day. Yeah, and she thought that she could do it to me all the time, like even like call me 11 o'clock in the evening.
Are you still friends?
No, of course not. Call me because she has problems and she wants me to be the what you call that, the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
It's like it's not part of my pay, right? Already, like it's off hours, after hours, you know.
So she's one of the horrible bosses.
Yeah, and also the same reason why her son actually
He ran away from
Ran
home,
away.
just 11 years old, and he
Yeah.
ran away.
ran away because of the verbal abuse and things like that, and she's not getting along well with her sister,
Yeah.
something like that. So it's definitely something to do with her narcissistic behavior, which I noticed for a long time already. But it's like, you know, when you're friends with a person and she's your boss, you tend to cover it up. You know, you tend to
You try to see the good in her.
you always try to see the good, but you know that there's like a
Hey, Kuya.
and you know what how she behaved like in front of that social situation. She thinks that she's above people.
She has superiority complex.
Right.
Okay. And also, you told me about when her son,
When
6-year-old
her
son.
6-year-old son took home the grades of 98,
Yeah, that's an average of 98.
98, and she said it's not good enough. It's like, why 98? Why didn't you make it 100?
Oh my God, to have a mom like that. You
So
know, when
that's
you're
fun.
a child, a 6-year-old child, you'd feel excited to show your mom that you got a 98 in class, and then your teacher cheered you up.
Correct.
And then when you arrive home, your mom would tell you, why only 98? Your mom wouldn't be satisfied with what you did.
Yeah, because
It's very devastating for a child.
can you believe that? Even like mothers, like if you have 78 and then your mom still loves you in a way, right?
Yes.
It's memorable. So what else are we going to talk about?
It's Chico's turn. Chico.
Chico.
Who are the toxic people in your lives? In your lives. In your life.
Mm.
I don't think I have any toxic friends, toxic bosses, aside from that.
What would that make us if you don't have any
No,
toxic
I think I'm the toxic one.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there's gonna be a different topic. So, if you guys have a lot of toxic people to share,
Who are the people that you burnt bridges with? How about your ex?
it's gonna be a different topic, you know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have the topic next time.
Exes.
Excess.
Exes and
Oh,
Fs.
okay, excess.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So reserve that for next episode because that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
I got a lot of time.
Remember?
There you go. You don't have any enemies?
Uh,
Yeah. Okay, so if you don't have anyone, Chico, you can just get out of the door. I'm just kidding. So I have the second person.
oh my God, you guys are
Is
terrible.
Okay, so the second person in my life, that would be, let's call him the criminal. So he was the criminal that I was talking about earlier. He's
Small
actually,
legs? No.
yeah, he's actually my ex.
Oh, okay.
So,
But the small legs.
small legs, no, he's not my ex. He's just a friend.
Yeah.
He's just a supporting character.
Okay.
So the main character here is the criminal. So what did the criminal do? He's also a very charismatic person. He also speaks very well. He's fluent in um, Ilonggo and
Chinese.
English.
English.
And he's very intelligent.
Mm.
He's smart in numbers and English. So I'm one of the people that likes intelligent people. I fall in love with those people, and so he stole my heart. Okay, even if I already knew that he had problems with drugs and gambling. Okay,
We're talking about what?
we're talking about the criminal.
The criminal.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is the second person in my list.
Yeah, he considered me a friend, you know, but this is gonna be a different topic.
Yeah, he's also
Yeah.
very charismatic. My friends and his friends almost sided with him when we broke up.
Correct.
Like maybe 70% of the people sided with him because they thought that I was the one who was the
But they didn't know
The
that
bad person in
they're
the relationship.
enablers, right?
Yes.
Already.
Yes,
Because
they're
they
enablers.
didn't. They instead of helping him, they made his
yeah.
habits
Because
worse.
he's a smooth talker
Yeah.
and he speaks softly.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah. He doesn't get mad. He didn't get mad with my son. He's very cool. Okay. So, what else? What else he did? His family had money, has money, and what else? So yeah, his background is good, but except for the addiction and gambling problems.
Yeah.
So on the fourth year of our, almost 4 years of our relationship, he became the worst that he could be. I gave him freedom. I already broke up with him because I didn't like it anymore, but he said he didn't have anywhere to stay. So I allowed him to stay in the other room of our apartment. But I told him that we're not gonna be talking to each other. So you do your business there, I do my business here. So maybe for a month or two he stayed there, but we didn't have any relationship. He was just like my tenant. Yeah, so
But during that time, you still have feelings for him, right? No, not
Just-
anymore.
maybe a little because he's the only guy there in the room. But
Alright.
I was already seeing other people then, even if we were together in
Why is he
the
not
same.
going back to his house?
What?
Why is it that he's not going back
Because
to
his
house?
his family didn't accept him anymore.
Oh, okay.
So because of the drugs.
But you guys are already split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she
It
sort
was
of
out of pity.
out of
Oh.
pity. There you go. Out of
Okay.
pity.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got kind of tolerated it, right?
Yeah.
Tolerate.
So, yeah. And also because, you're your ex, and I'm not one of those violent exes.
And we always think of like poor people.
Yes.
Just want to help them out.
Yeah.
Even if we don't love them anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just that we're human beings, so
Yes.
we tend to help other people.
Where would he stay?
Yeah.
His family wouldn't accept him anymore. There won't be any friends that accept him because his friends are already had girlfriends and married. He can't stay in their houses.
They passed him by already.
Yeah. So yeah, I allowed him there. And then one thing that I didn't like is that I gave him freedom, right? So because I'm not his girlfriend anymore, I can't tell him what to do.
Yeah.
He's allowed to do anything. But what I didn't know is that he was already using drugs in my apartment,
Can you believe that? Wow.
in his room, in the bathroom, using my foil paper that I was using for cooking. I even joked him about it, like, why is my foil paper, why am I running out of foil
Foil
paper
paper,
here? Are you using it? I thought he wasn't using it, but yeah. He actually did use them when he confessed to me later on. So, and then what happened next? I was sleeping then. He opened the window, and so the window here this is the second story of the apartment. The window is facing the backyard, where you really have to climb a tree,
Yeah.
and then hop over to the roof or the awning, and then get inside. I didn't know how he opened the window because it was locked. I always lock it before I sleep. So that's what he did, and then he tried to break the window open. He took my wallet, and inside my wallet was my ATM. I haven't changed the PIN code yet of my ATM. We had the same PIN code. It was our anniversary. So he knew what my PIN code was, but I didn't change it anymore, and I didn't know he was gonna do it. I didn't know the extent of his addiction.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. He took my ATM, but just left my wallet there. He took my phone. That was my extra phone. He took my gold ring. And then what else he took? And then I don't remember if he took some cash, but those were the things he took from me. And then when I woke up in the evening, because my job was that was graveyard shift, I had to. That was the time when we received money from my ex-boss. So I checked my bank account, see if the money was already there, but I saw that there was 20,000 missing. And I thought, why 20,000? Because that is the limit of BPI.
Yeah.
Per day. So, oh my God, did I lose my things? I remember I still have my wallet with me. So I opened my purse, and I was confused because my wallet is still there. How would I lose the ATM only? So I checked my wallet, and my ATM wasn't there anymore. And I knew then who the suspect was, because he was the only one who knew my PIN code. And I don't think any robber would take just the ATM only.
Correct,
without taking
right?
the wallet. So I called the bank immediately, told them to freeze the account, because he was gonna wait for 1201, because the next day he can withdraw another 20,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I did. I called the bank immediately, and then I called my friends because I was shaken up at the time. And then I called my friends to help me out. I needed to go to the police station. I reported him, and when he knew that I reported him, and he knew that I was gonna file a case against him, he went to rehab. And then he took my what do you call this, compassion or pity again. So I told him, okay, I won't file a case against you anymore. Go to rehab. When
Fix
you get
yourself,
back, fix yourself. And when you get back to work, I will just deduct the things you stole from me every week. So yeah. So again, I was again manipulated by a charismatic person and then damaged.
A charismatic, talented person, right?
Yes.
Because that person was also artistic, right?
Yes.
Usually, most of the pathological liars, the psychopaths that we talk about here, are talented people. These are people that you would look up to because they're attractive, not because of what they look like, but because of how they speak, right?
Yes.
Their talents, their IQ level. I mean,
yeah, they're very intelligent.
You wouldn't be able to pull this off, right? The stealing and all that if you're not intelligent anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
in the middle of that, was there a knight shining armor? That's gonna be a different topic, okay?
Yeah, that's Super Mario,
Sure
right?
It's gonna be great.
We're going to
topic,
talk about
guys.
Super Mario in the next episode.
Yeah, in the middle of that dark stage of my life,
Correct.
somebody shunned upon me. It was the shield of my knight in shining armor.
Correct. So wow, that was quite an experience if you really think about it. And I hope that this will teach, or our listeners will be able to learn from this. That never,
and also
ever
I want to
trust
tell
people.
you, I want to tell you guys that we didn't have a relationship for almost 4 years, and then boom, just one day later I broke up with him. That didn't happen like that.
No.
I had 4 years of suffering.
Correct.
From I think a week after our Too Good to Be True relationship, a week after then, that's when all the darkness and all the misery and the suffering, that's when it all started.
Yeah.
Yes. My son's baby pictures, I don't have that anymore because he stole my phone, where all the pictures were stored there,
Aw.
and he pawned it, and I couldn't get it anymore.
That's so sad.
Yes, so that's why I have very little pictures, very small pictures of my son because he pawned my phone.
So you were codependent for how many years?
I was a codependent for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yes, at the time I used to literally throw myself at the floor because I was depressed. That's when I developed anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
That was really dark.
Yeah. So,
It's really hard to have a relationship with a drug addict.
Yeah.
And also he has gambling problems as well.
Yeah, drugs, you know, demands a lot of money, and
Yes.
you paired it up with
Gambling, so that's times 2.
yeah, that's like a nuclear bomb.
He stole my laptop. What else? That was at the period of 4 years, and I allowed him to do that to me.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you think?
Oh, and also one thing he did, he knew that I was gonna renew because I loaned my ATM. That was in Manila. I loaned my ATM, and I was already done with the payment, and he knew that I was gonna renew the contract and loan money again. But we had a team building, so he went there to the person, the loaner, and then he signed for me and took the money
Wow.
from her.
The guts, right?
Yeah,
You
and
paid
then
for it.
no, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Okay.
No, I didn't because I didn't spend it. He spent it in one day for drugs and gambling.
Wow.
Why would I pay for that? And then he didn't pay the loaner. He told me that he was gonna pay for it, and he did it. So yeah, we kind of run away.
So basically, ladies and gentlemen, like if you ever knew a person displaying this sort of behavior, like charismatic, too good to be true, talented, beware, because
Yes.
based on our experiences, we've had terrible times with people like that,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't know it at first, right? It's so gradual, you know,
Yes,
the changes,
it's just gradual. Yeah, that's right.
subtle. You wouldn't even know
You'd
it.
accept the small thing, and then you'd
Correct.
accept the medium thing, and,
And
then
then
later on
the large things.
yes.
So yeah. So that's it. So what else?
Second person. I mean, third person in the list.
Yeah. Third person.
Starts with your third person.
What's that? What's that?
Because Chica
Rolling
doesn't
up.
have.
So basically, what I'm doing here is just I just observe, and if I can.
He's just encouraging
Something
us
I'm
to
preparing
kill
food, whatever
toxic
the
people in
season
our
is really
lives.
good.
He's the master
Friday.
manipulator.
As I told you before,
Is this-
I don't have any toxic
Pulling the
people.
strings.
I'm the toxic one, okay? So right now I'm gonna grab ice cream for these people.
Oh.
So they can continue blabbing
Blabbing about the toxic people in our lives.
Okay, actually, when you hear us talking about ice cream and food, we actually weigh 50 pounds, so don't think that we're fat or anything.
We
Okay.
just had a party yesterday.
Actually, we're so lightweight.
yeah.
You just don't see us.
Wait for me, okay? Because that's gonna be interesting.
Like Friday, she has a hollow cheek, right?
Yes, and my stomach, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's so flat. Gosh, you know, a tractor can just run through it.
Yes, because
smoothly.
it's like paper.
Yeah, me? I don't exist. I'm literally invisible. Because I'm so thin, guys.
Yeah.
Take our word for it. Okay, so who's the
Next
next
person in the list. Okay, so we had the tapeworm, and then the
Boracay girl would be
the horrible boss.
the horrible boss.
What do you
yeah.
call her? Just the horrible boss.
Whatever she.
No.
Huh?
Take a look.
Oh my gosh, all of it.
That was from the party
All of
yesterday.
it.
Yeah,
All
just
of
like
it.
me, we want 4 flavors.
Yeah, more flavors.
Yeah, but I'm actually like 50 pounds.
Guys, we have ice cream. Yeah, we're having ice cream here as well in our podcast.
Hey, Bobby.
Okay, so next is the Boracay girl.
The Boracay girl. Okay, let's talk about her. What
Yeah.
about Boracay girl, Rome?
Yeah, well, the Boracay girl, I met her in Manila when I used to work there in a call center. So we are renting the same apartment.
Okay.
And obviously she was hungry already because her pay didn't arrive for like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it so happened that we had a lot of food there upstairs. So it's like the nephew of my what you call it, somebody that I share the
Roommate?
my roommate.
Yeah.
The nephew befriended her.
Okay.
From downstairs and invited her up there.
And also, you both were from the same province, so.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're from the same province, and we warmed up to her.
Yes.
Right away, and it's like, oh, you want to eat or something like that, and she's so hungry and she's so shy, you know, and I wouldn't think that she was like so toxic because at first
Oh my God.
so angelic, right? She's
Yeah.
so like timid, you know, like a timid person who wouldn't
Like a
talk.
Philippine, yes.
So we became friends eventually. And we started going out to parties, and on weekends we would have movie marathons. It was like an ideal friendship, you know. And eventually, after a few years, we moved back here in the province.
Yeah.
And then her family, she came from this really big,
Very good family.
yeah, very huge family. Basically, they're like involved in politics and business and things like
Yes.
that. And I started noticing this other side of her that was really narcissistic.
The Bacolod side of
Yeah, the Bacolod side of her, which was so narcissistic and toxic.
Uh-huh.
So she had like
Thank you, Chica.
several boyfriends already who weren't able to stick with her.
Okay.
Okay.
So she can't stay long in a relationship.
Yeah, she couldn't stay long in a relationship because she's really like when she's angry, she's so physical.
Ooh, like Amber Heard
scratching
again.
them and you know. Like,
Amber Heard is the star here.
giving them like head bumps. You know?
Oh my God, that's like a wrestling.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like a wrestler. Like,
Right, I didn't know that she's so acrobatic in that
Wow.
aspect, right? You know, turn on me. You know, like when you're negative, right? You turn,
Uh-huh.
yeah, turn your on your best friend.
Yeah.
So eventually, that's what happened, and the relationship deteriorated because of the. It's like I was the one who's all at fault, you know.
So that mahinhin Filipina girl,
Yeah.
when you went back home, became like a gangster.
Correct, like a gangster. But already in Manila, she was manifesting that behavior. Like for instance, we were supposed to go to a concert, and then she had a fight with a taxi driver. Would you believe that? Because the taxi driver was like charging us 10 pesos more, and she was so ready to fight him, and then she wanted me to punch the taxi driver. Like, oh my God, no!
She asked you to punch the taxi driver.
She blamed me. Like I didn't do anything because
You guys drunk?
no, we're not. Like
She's just like that, even if she's sober.
yeah, like if it's my roommate, that guy would have been like in stitches. That's what she told me. I was like, whoa, why would I do that? I mean, look at me. That guy's like that guy's like a wrestler. Why would I? Why would you want me to engage in a fight with that guy? You know, you're so
I can't
toxic.
believe you had that
Yeah, you
conversation.
know. So that was already there. So it was supposed to be a red flag,
Mhm.
and it intensified when we were
Asking
here.
your friend to fight for you, physically fight for you, you know? That's,
Right.
that's ridiculous.
Like, what if I get stabbed, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So, who's the next person?
Yeah. The hipsters?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's call them the hipsters.
These hipsters are our common friends, right?
Yep.
Because you guys also know them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We celebrate our birthday
Correct.
Yeah.
with one of them.
I mean, some of my friends call them the Naruto people, right? Hey, Rome, we have your Naruto friends. Edit it. Edit it. Hey, Rome, your Naruto friends are here. Something like that, right?
Because they have colorful hair.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I remember also the criminal's friend, this is my friend, well, what did he call them? Jologs?
Jep rocks.
Jeff Rocks.
What's Jeff Rocks, guys, by the way?
Nakasalayaw, Jeff Rocks.
I wasn't born in the Jep rocks days.
Yeah, what was that? Huh?
I'm not really sure of the main of the real meaning of
Forma
Japanese.
or something like that.
But I felt then that he called them that in a negative way.
Like a slur, right?
Yeah, like a slur.
You're supposed to laugh. Did you laugh?
I didn't. I said, I said like that.
Okay.
I said, no.
Good.
Why would I laugh? I didn't know her back then, so I didn't want to judge.
Yeah.
Because of the attire.
What was the occasion again?
Your birthday, right?
That was just a weekend drinking session.
Same bar.
In the same bar. We met then.
Coincidence again.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
out of topic.
I think we have problematic friendships too because we tend to have friends with people of opposite
Yes.
personalities, right? You remember, like you
Yeah.
have these corporate people there.
Yeah.
I call them corporate because they're like that, right? Yuppies,
Yeah.
young professional. You know, these overachiever. You know, probably these people would be at home with the stockbrokers, things like that, right? And then we invite people of the creative
Yeah.
part, and then we put them in one place.
That's right.
What happens is that they don't really get along
They don't get along. Yeah.
with each other. And that's a problem, right?
It's supposed to be not our problem, but they're creating the problem, which is going to be our problem to
Yeah.
discuss.
That's the problem with me too, because I tend to be not want to be identified with a particular group, right? Because we're multifaceted, right? We
That's
don't
right.
really go with just one type of person. It's like we're more like universal, right? But there are people there that are kind of, you know, they're contented, right? Like if they're like Rastafarians, you know what I'm talking about, right? So like that's what
They're
they
gonna
are,
stick
right?
to that.
Yeah.
They're gonna stick to that until
Yeah, and then they don't make friends with other people, right? You don't
because
see
they
them
have to stick to
associating
that
with-
image.
Yeah,
They're sticking to their brand.
and they don't make friends with other kind of people. I noticed that.
Yeah.
They're more like clannish in that way, right?
But anyway, let's go back to the.
To the
To the Jejemon? What?
what is that?
the Jologs. Sorry.
to the what? What's that?
Hipsters.
The hipsters.
The hipsters. Okay.
Why are they toxic?
Now the girls. Yeah, so she's asking why these people are toxic. It's because of this. They really feel that they're superior, right?
How?
That they know everything, and they're ahead of, like, say, fashion news, things like that. So they're ahead of everything, and they would really like to push their interest in your face, right?
Yes, that's right.
Very aggressive about it.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attest to that now.
Oh, okay.
There was one time,
Mhm.
because that was the election period of Duterte and Miriam Santiago at the
Oh.
time. And who else? Mar Rojas. So at the time, I was voting for Miriam. But then I didn't hate the other candidates. I was, just neutral. So she wanted to know if Duterte was my president. And I said, no. And she said, why? And I said, I just don't believe in him. And then she said, he makes a lot of rape jokes and all that, and he's very what you call it?
Chauvinistic.
A chauvinistic, misogynist to women. And then what else did he do? Like, I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't really make any research on it.
Yeah,
but she was against Duterte
Of
because
course,
of his jokes against
Correct.
women. So I said,
Because she calls herself a feminist, right?
yes,
Mm,
she
okay.
was. Yeah, she's a feminist. And then so I said, no, I wouldn't vote for a president just because of my feminism views. And I'm not really a feminist. I'm just a humanist.
Yeah.
So that's what I told her, and she was kind of disappointed that that's my answer.
Because she wanted more, right?
She wanted more from me.
conviction.
Yes.
She wanted anger.
And she wanted me to be a feminist like her.
She wanted to politicize you. What are you eating?
But that wasn't the reason why I didn't vote for Duterte.
Ah, yeah.
I just believed
Oh,
I just
amazing.
believed in Miriam Santiago so much that he wasn't in my
In your
views.
list, right?
Yes, yeah. So that was the only reason.
Because you could care less anyway,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
I mean, we don't really we don't put so much energy in people that we don't believe in.
That's
the first
right.
place, right? It's a waste of energy.
That's
right?
also one way of getting rid of toxic people in your
Correct.
lives. Like if you don't like them, then
Ignore them.
don't follow them,
Correct.
don't read about them or whatever.
But I noticed that she has this angle when she was talking to you, like you mentioned, like she wanted to make you more like a polarized person,
Yeah.
like radical, right?
Yes.
That you should have, you know.
Yeah. Because at the time I told her I don't want to vote for him because he's just not my type.
Mm.
All right. But she wanted more
Mm.
out of that out of that sentence. She wanted me to be more, with conviction.
Do you think she was already sizing you up?
Yep.
Mm.
Because she's a very opinionated person.
And a judgmental person.
Yes.
I also get it,
She
right?
wanted to know
Mm.
if I'd be in her circle.
There you go.
If I'd qualify in her circle.
Because she always makes this qualification, right?
Yeah.
Like as if she has all the standards
Mhm.
of what
Sure.
makes a person cool.
Yeah.
That's
She
the problem
wants-
with the.
She wants her friends to
narcissist,
be
yeah.
into rock or metal music,
Ah,
and also
cosplay.
cosplay. Yeah. And visual arts.
Yeah.
What else? Also in the writing community.
Yeah, she draws. She's always drawing your face. What's that about?
I actually liked it
Okay.
Mm.
at the time.
She has a crush on you?
Well, I'd be flattered.
Mm. Yeah. Again, see the pattern here?
They make me
Talented
feel
people.
good.
Mm,
Yeah, they
yeah.
made me feel good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Talented people who win you
Yes.
with their charm.
That's because that's what we like.
Yeah. That's also what she did to me, right? Stayed in my place for several times already.
Yeah. And she used to call you the coven master or
Yeah.
coven leader
Mm.
because you were like she looks up to you.
Like a priest or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Priest.
Yeah. Like a holy priest, right?
Cult leader.
Okay. So why did she become this very good character, an artist, a designer as well,
Yeah.
and a cosplayer, and a very opinionated person, a liberal? How did she become toxic to you?
I think she ghosted me.
And me too. She ghosted me as well because Rome and I are together.
Yeah.
The other hipster, she unfriended me
Oh.
in Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh. That's her best friend, right?
So when we became the not so ideal friends, she just ghosted us. Let's wrap up.
It was kind of surprising because you thought that you've known them for like over a year, right?
That's right.
And there's like an investment, emotional investment there of time and energy. And all the while, that's just how they see relationship. It's
Yeah.
all about images, appearances, and what else? Facades.
Yes.
See, these are really cool people, you know? The way they dress,
Oh yeah.
the way they express themselves, the way they speak. They're really cool.
The problem too is that they tend to attract attention, right? Like they're so loud with what they wear, right? The hair.
That's right.
They couldn't sit still. Like, she borrowed a book from me. She wanted to borrow a book from me, Jan Rice book, you know.
Just because it's Anne Rice.
Yeah, because it was at a time it was like, you know, it's cool. And every time we talk, she always tells me no spoiler, and it's like over 2 months. And I
It's 2
was
months,
like,
right?
what the hell?
And you were already itching to tell the story.
Yeah, well, why didn't you read the story? If you stay home, if you don't, probably I would have
If
told
you don't
her
open
like,
social media that
yeah,
much.
if you don't roam around too much, then probably you could have finished reading that book.
Yeah, and would be able to talk about it.
Yeah, but you're always everywhere, right?
But she went to Gaisano. Maybe she went to Gaisano.
And also one
Yeah.
thing about her, she didn't want to go to
Gaisano?
Gaisano City because Gaisano is like
Masa
an
for-
old-fashioned mall, and all the
Yeah.
Masa people are there.
So be
So-
below her.
They
huh?
don't dress up. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just wear their usual house clothes, and she didn't belong there because she was extravagant.
Mm. Oh yeah, extravagant. Sure.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it.
Yeah. So these are the people in your lives that you should avoid. First thing is the charismatic, and then they will destroy you in the end. And then next one is the horrible boss that would
Use you.
use you in full extent, and but they won't give you they won't give you any pay raise, and then verbally abuse you in the end.
Yeah. Because
And then-
they think that they've already got what they wanted.
Yes, and the third person in the list is the
Best friend.
Filipina girl best friend, but would push you into battlefields
Yeah.
if they can't face the battles
Yeah.
on their own.
Yeah.
And then what else? The fourth is the fourth are the hipsters.
Yeah,
There
the
are the people who
The
are
cool people.
qualifying-
Quote unquote cool.
yeah, they're qualifying their friends for they qualifying people first to become their friends, and when you don't qualify, they'll just ghost you,
Yeah.
even if you didn't do anything to them.
Right.
So, yeah.
And also the codependency.
Oh no, the criminal. We forgot about the criminal.
Criminal.
So also avoid people that are very very charismatic as well, but actually has drug problems.
Addiction problems, right?
Yeah.
I would say not avoid, but try to help them. In a
Yeah,
way,
but not to your expense.
Yeah.
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 If you cannot help them, run away.
Yeah. Don't give them money. Don't give them anything.
Like help them to go to rehab. Stuff
Help
like
them to rehab it instead. Yeah.
Alright, sir.
that. So we're eating peanuts right now and marshmallows. So
Eating what? I heard a different thing.
We're eating that.
Okay, we have a child here. Okay. So thank you, Bacala Beaches. Thank you for listening to us. And
The beaches are so beautiful.
yes, especially in
Lots of,
Pinatagay.
sand.
So again, this is Friday.
And Chico.
And Rome.
And we are the Wappies.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.